In the Pays d'Auge region of Normandy lies a unique historical wartime monument, the Vimoutiers Tiger tank, which is referred to on the notice board as Tank 231 and is one of only a handful of Tiger tanks still remaining. You can find it just outside Vimoutiers on the D979 road towards Gassé. Before the war, Vimoutiers was a charming Norman town with its mix of colombage and stone houses. The Place Maquereau, still in existence, although rebuilt, was surrounded by shops, bars and cafes, all dominated by the magnificent church of Notre-Dame de l'Assomption. The town was thriving. Folks often tell me that the nearby town of Orbec resembles how Vimoutiers used to look before the bombardment, and these old photographs show what an interesting little town it truly was. But as we know, war came to mainland Europe, and the Nazis soon rolled into town. These pictures of German soldiers and those of the town before the bombing were taken by the local photographer in Vimoutiers. The glass slide negatives were discovered a couple of years ago in an attic by an English resident of the town, William, actually a good friend of mine, and you can see we even have the smiling faces of SS soldiers. On the 14th of August 1944, just after the June D-Day landings, Vimoutiers was heavily bombed and virtually destroyed within 20 minutes when 16 US B-26 Marauder bombers dropped 29 tons of high explosive bombs on the town, reportedly ordered by mistake. 220 died and 400 were injured. In August 1944, the Battle of Normandy raged on, and encircled Germans were trying desperately to escape the Falaise Pocket, a critical battleground where Allied forces encircled German troops. A visit to the Montemel Memorial will give you a great history of this famous military manoeuvre, carried out by battalions of Americans, Canadians, British, Polish and French soldiers. Vimoutiers was near the Falaise Pocket, and the road through Vimoutiers became a crucial and often the only withdrawal route for German forces attempting to escape the encirclement. Trying to escape, Tiger 231 was headed to a fuel dump at the Château d'Horloge in Ticheville. However, Tiger tanks were thirsty beasts, and this one ran out of fuel in the middle of the road, unable to be pushed or towed due to its immense weight, 57 tons. Around 60 German tanks, including Panzer IIIs, Panzer IVs, 3 Tiger I tanks and a King Tiger, were reputedly abandoned around Vimoutiers due to lack of fuel. The crew placed demolition charges on the engine cover and along the turret to destroy it, causing the engine covers to buckle and jamming the turret. The Allied forces bulldozed it into a ditch at the side of the road where it stood for over 30 years, rusting away and becoming covered in moss. A French scrap metal merchant, M. Marat, laid claim to the tank but only managed to remove small parts and the gearbox, and as it lay in the ditch, this once deadly weapon became a local landmark where children played. When he died, his sister inherited the tank and sold it to a scrap metal merchant in Caen, who intended to cut it up for smelting. A horrified local resident contacted the then Mayor of Vimoutiers, and with the help of French Normandy D-Day historian Eddy Florentin, an emergency purchase of the tank by the town was authorised by the Paris War Office for the sum of 6,000 francs. In October 1975, the difficult work of removing the heavy tank from its ditch began, requiring the turret to be removed and 2 powerful JCB tractor units to pull it out. Since 1975, the Tiger tank has been listed as a monument historique. It sits outside, slowly succumbing to the elements, painted in non-original markings and vandalised every so often. It would cost hundreds of thousands at the very least to renovate, and the town is constantly debating how to preserve this beast of war. A new museum will soon open in Vimoutiers, which will provide further information about the bombardment and Tiger Tank 231, and Camembert cheese actually. So this is a brief history of an odd thing to see by the roadside. Today the Tiger tank serves as a tangible link to the brutal realities of World War II and the resilience of the people of Normandy and Vimoutiers in particular. If you're in the area, go and take a look around at this war relic. It's certainly worth a look. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to please like and subscribe to It's Odd Out There. Your support is really appreciated.